Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a review of the Murad 90-Day Rapid Lightening Regimen. And so this is a skincare video, which is why I'm coming to you fresh and clean and bare-faced so you can kind of see my skin and see what I am talking about when I talk about things like, you know, dark spots or dryness or what have you. The Rapid Lightening Regimen by Murad is designed to treat hyperpigmentation, and hyperpigmentation is caused by usually 4 different things, one of them being sun, one being genetics, one being hormones, and one being inflammation. So this system is designed to treat the hyperpigmentation almost from the inside out. You know, it's not just meant to treat it at the surface level, it's meant to kind of work its way in and treat at the deeper levels of your skin. Now, I do have hyperpigmentation. Really what I have is sunspots, and you can see that there's one that's fairly obvious there. There's a larger one that's lighter, but even more concerning to me really than the smaller ones. And then I have areas up along here where I don't have it at the surface yet, but I can see that it's brewing underneath. So as I continue to age, eventually at some point those will work their way to the surface if I, you know, don't find a way to get rid of them before that happens. So the regimen is a 3-step process. The first step being to cleanse and tone, the second step being to treat and repair, and the third step being to hydrate and protect. Now, I should tell you that this is less of a review and more of a first impression type review, because I feel very strongly that with skincare, unless you have an immediate horrible reaction to it, you really need to give skincare at least a full 6 to 8 weeks to kind of see what it's going to do. And I firmly believe you really need to, you know, go through an entire, you know, regimen, whether it be 30 day, 60 day, 90 day, however long the product is supposed to last for. I feel that you really need to use a product from start to finish before you really know what it's going to do for your skin. So I have not had that much time with these products to be able to, you know, say for sure how they work on my skin, but I can give you kind of my first impression on it. I can give you my initial thoughts. I can give you what my instant reactions were to the products. And, you know, over time I will know how well they really work in the long term to be able to reverse or repair, you know, signs of sun damage, really, because that's my key issue. Now, I am, if you've been following me for a long time, you know that me and food are not friends. So I'm a little rashy today, and I have some spots, some kind of blistery spots and things. Those are reactions. It's not related to my skincare. It's, you know, none of that. I have some dry, flaky areas, which you really can't see too bad today, but I do get dry, flaky areas. That's also part of the reaction. As it heals over time, it, you know, gets flaky and flakes away. Now, this regimen is pricey. It's, you know, these are Murad products. They are pricey products. So for a lot of folks, if this is a product that you really are interested in or you think could really work for you, you may need to consider giving up something else that is fairly expensive in your life so that you can afford to do this, because the 90-day regimen is a $219 value. Okay, so that means that, give or take, every 90 days, you need to be able to spend $219-ish on the products. So that might mean you need to, you know, if you buy a $5 coffee every day, if you gave up that coffee, you could probably afford these products instead. Or if you eat out every day and your meal costs, you know, in the $7 to $10 range, then you could pack your lunch instead, and you will be able to afford, you know, these products instead. For some of you, you might, if you really want this, you might need to take on a little extra side job because it's pricey. And then there are a lot of you that, you know, this is pocket change, and congratulations, you're blessed, right? Okay, so I actually have 5 products here, and I'm going to break those down. Now, I need to tell you that I am going to, in the information bar, have full details, almost blog style, or exactly blog style, of the products and what they're designed to do and the details that I have been given on these products. But in the meantime, I'm going to just sort of tell you what my experience has been with the products. So I have 3 products here. The first one, which is step 1, which is the step is to cleanse and tone, is the Murad Essential C Cleanser. It says its vitamin-packed cleanser removes environmental impurities, awakens the senses with a burst of citrus. And it says environmental shield here down at the bottom. So this is the first product. The next product, which is the second step in the routine, and the second step is to treat and repair. This is the Murad Rapid Age Spot and Pigment Lightening Serum. It has 2% Hydroquinone skin lightener in it. Okay. The third step is to hydrate and protect. This is the Murad Essential C Day Moisture Broad Spectrum SPF 30. And it also says environmental shield on it as well. Then I also have 2 little sample products. The first one being the Murad Advanced Active Radiance Serum. This is a part of the treat and repair step, the second step. And then I also have the Murad Intensive C Radiance Peel, which is also part of the second step. Now these 2 products I have not used yet because I really wanted to kind of work with the sort of 3-step regimen, because that's a lot of people really don't want more than 3 steps. So I wanted to see what that would do for me first, and then over time I will add these in and try these out. But these are the second step in the routine. So both of these are either meant to be kind of added into the routine if you have additional things that you would like to treat, or they are meant to kind of do in exchange of this. So for example, one of them you should maybe do, if you're going to use it, you should use it in the morning instead of this in the morning, and then just use this at night. So some of them are meant to be used in conjunction, and some of them are meant to be used sort of in exchange, and some of them you just use like once or twice a week. So they have different types of additional treatments that you can sort of add to your regimen if you want to, if you have additional concerns that the original 3-step system doesn't address for you. But for me, for right now, I just wanted to try the first 3 steps. So these I'm going to hold off on. Okay, so let me just tell you what my experience was. So I started off with the cleanser. This is actually still wet because it did just come out of my bathroom. I started with the cleanser, and the cleanser, I don't know if you can tell, it's sort of a gel consistency, and it does, when you look really close, it does have these little kind of bead looking things in there, and then it has kind of bubbles in it. It's a gel consistency, and my first sort of reaction to this, my immediate gratification with this is the scent. I really enjoy the scent of the products. The Murad skincare has sort of a, it's a citrus scent. It's like an orange scent, but it's very subtle and mellow. So it's not intense and burning like if you're peeling an orange. So if you're sensitive to that, I don't think you need to worry about it. I think you will still enjoy this. But I really enjoy citrus fragrances, orange or tangerine fragrances in particular. I like them in skincare products. I like them in body sprays. I just like that scent. So if you don't like that scent, you may not like these products. But my immediate gratification with this is the fragrance. I mean, as soon as I open this and sort of start to work it in, I'm like, you kind of sniff in because it smells good. So you use this just like a normal cleanser. You sort of wet your face, and then you put a little bit in your, fingers or however you're going to apply it, and you sort of massage it in. I wouldn't use any of these products in or around the eyes, and I didn't. So I wouldn't recommend this as your kind of makeup remover. I don't know, I didn't use it that way, so I don't know if it removes, your facial makeup very well or not. But what I can tell you is you need less than this than you would expect. The first time I used it, I put about a dime size in my finger, and even though this is for face, neck, and chest, I really only needed about a pea size. A little bit goes a long way. So this will last you for a while, and, you know, for some people might last a little bit longer than 90 days. For some people it might be less. Just depends on how you use it and how much you feel you need. But it's a nice gel consistency. It doesn't, it lathers nicely, but it doesn't suds up like a soap would. But it does kind of, it goes a long way. So it's really easy to spread in, to kind of massage around. I use a wet washcloth to remove it. So I, you know, wet my washcloth and I wipe it down, and then I rinse the washcloth, and I kind of do that, you know, 2 or 3 times. I enjoy using a washcloth for exfoliation purposes. So that is what works for me. I would be hesitant to just use the splash and rinse method, just because I am always cautious about things getting into my eyes. And so, you know, there's some intense ingredients in some of these products, and so for me, the washcloth method is just the safest method. And this, when you're done, this is not the kind of product that you're going to want to just wash your face and go. You are going to want to moisturize afterwards. I wouldn't, you know, I don't feel like it makes your skin dry and peely and cracked, but your face will feel intensely dry and very clean after you wash it. So you are going to need to moisturize. And these products are intended to be used together, and they will work best if you use them together anyway. So you really do need to use the regimen all the way through to the moisturizer anyhow. But there are a lot of people out there who are just wash your face and go kind of people. And I'm going to say this is going to make your face feel way too dry if you do that, because it does a very good job at cleansing. And remember, these products are designed to blast away, you know, sun damage. So, you know, they're not, this is not the cleanser for your 3-year-old. You know, this is a cleanser that you're really trying to do some work with. So, you know, expect that you're going to need to moisturize and that kind of thing. Okay, the next step is the Murad Rapid Age Spot and Pigment Lightening Serum. This is the treat and repair process, and it has the 2% hydroquinone skin lightener. The instructions on this are to massage evenly over clean face, neck, and chest, and then it says follow with a Murad Step 3 moisturizer. So, you know, this does say avoid contact with eyes. You know, there's things about don't swallow it, that kind of thing. This was not what I expected it to be. When I looked at it, I actually was expecting this to feel almost like a facial oil or a serum. It's not like that. It's like a gel. And this, if I had to kind of rank the steps or say how well I enjoy each step, this part of the process I would say is not really part that I kind of enjoy. You know, I do it because it's part of the process, but putting this on is not something that feels like, you know, a luxurious spa experience. This is kind of like a gel consistency, and I originally put a full pump into my fingertips, which is probably, dime size or so, maybe a little bigger than dime size, and I actually was expecting that to maybe be too much. It was not enough. This product is very interesting in that it dries almost instantaneously. So I put the pump in, I kind of spread it in my fingers a little bit, and I went to kind of start to spread it out, and it was like, oh my gosh, it's dry. So, but it's thick. It's kind of hard to explain unless you actually try it. So it's a thick product, so it's thick to spread, but it dries instantaneously. And so I found that I have trouble sort of getting it into all the spaces that I need it before it's sort of dried up and you can't spread it anymore. And it's very strange because as thick as it is and as quickly as it dries, you would sort of think that it would leave like a thick dry layer, but it doesn't. It's there, but it sort of disappears. It's just very strange and very hard to explain. So the first time I used it, I used my single pump and I started in on the forehead and couldn't even get it spread out in time, and it was not enough product. So I went back in with another pump and very quickly did like my cheeks and face and chin and, you know, this kind of thing. If you expect to use this product really over your face, neck, and chest, you are either going to need to start off immediately with like a baseball-sized mound of it, which you don't even get in this bottle, in your hand because of how quickly it dries, you're just going to need to like slather it and you're done, because it really is instantaneous. Or you're going to need to be very patient with doing a squirt, treating a section, doing a squirt, treating a section, doing a squirt, treating a section, doing a squirt, treating, a section. And I do feel like this is a product that you could potentially go through much faster than you expect, especially if you really are going to do your neck and chest. I think this is a product you could go through very quickly, and so you just want to kind of keep that in mind. This might be a product you might need to buy in 2s or 3s so that it lasts you as long as the other ones, if you find, like me, that you use more of it than you would have expected. Also, too, this does not have the lovely citrus fragrance to it. This has a very alcohol-ish scent to it. It's slightly strong, although it dissipates, almost immediately. But when you first pump, you're like, or when you first get it near your face, you're like, whoa, alcohol, But it goes away almost instantaneously, but it does not have the lovely fragrance. So this is my least enjoyable part of the process. It's not a horrible part, but if I have to, choose, this is not part of the process where I feel like I'm really, pampering myself, although you are. But you have to remember that this has acid in it, and so it's a little bit different than just smearing on like a facial oil or a serum or something. Has more intense purposes than a lot of other products. So just keep that in mind and give it, the fair shot for what it's meant to do. This third step is the Hydrate and Protect step. This is the Murad Essential C Day Moisture Broad Spectrum SPF 30. And so this is a moisturizer. It just says to use, apply liberally to face, neck, and chest. And this product is, I actually thought I was going to need more of this than I did. So the first time I used it, the immediate gratification is it has the nice, lovely, citrusy, orangey scent to it again, which I really enjoy. And so I probably squirted maybe like a nickel size amount of this on. And it was really that was more than I needed just for the face. I had a little, I had excess that I could, go down the neck with. So this is a product that you might use maybe a little less than what you would expect. So this one you might use a little faster, this one you might use a little slower. It just, everybody's different, so it just kind of depends. But I was pleasantly surprised by that, because generally with a facial moisturizer or lotion that comes in this type of a packaging and has a certain type of consistency, you have expectations for that on how thick it will be, how far it will go, how moisturizing it will be. And so I sort of had my expectations, and this exceeded my expectations. It was better than my expectations, and I didn't need as much as I thought I was going to. So that's a good thing. On the flip side, though, I will say that this does leave a little bit of an oily residue. Now, it's not oily, greasy like you just slathered up in baby lotion, but it's facial moisturizer or really thick hand lotion type of, sort of oily residue that it leaves behind. So one thing I can tell you is that if you are the kind of person who takes your shower, gets out, slathers up with your, moisturizers and things, face and body, and then starts putting your makeup on, you probably are going to have to change your routine, because you're going to need to give your face time to really absorb this product and let it really work itself into the skin, probably before you put your makeup on. Because I do see that there is potential where this could interfere with how well your makeup goes on, or how well it stays in place or stays on the skin, or it's if oil and water don't mix. So depending what the product's made of, you could find that it causes your facial product to break down, your makeup or something to break down either instantly or over time. So my caution is just give this time to work itself into your face, and for that sort of residue to disappear over time. Right now, it's pretty much gone on my cheeks, but I still have a decent amount here around my nose area. So, and my forehead is pretty much gone. I have a little more right here that I can still sort of feel than sort of in here through the driest, parts of the face. But I really have enjoyed using this, and I think, this is a nice moisturizer that a lot of people might enjoy, whether they're trying to treat, skin discoloration or not. I could see, if that is not an issue for you and this is not the appropriate full regimen for whatever your needs are, I could see a lot of people still enjoying using this moisturizer, regardless of what type of other regimen or other needs that they have. The one thing I will say is that this, this is a 3-piece program, 3-step program. So the things that you are going to need to supplement are going to be obviously a lip product and also an eye cream. So you're either, you're going to have to add those in if those are products that you use regularly. And I do. I personally, the lip balm is the first thing that I go on because that's the thing that always feels the driest, and I get the most immediate relief from is by putting my lip balm on first, and then I do my eye cream, and then I do, serums or treatments or moisturizers or what have you. So I have been supplementing, in particular my own eye cream, obviously my own lip balm, but I have added in another eye cream that's not a Murad product, just because I like to care for my eyes as well. I have enjoyed using these. I have not yet really seen a change in my skin discoloration, and I will show you. They did send me this little kind of like, it reminds me of those little foundation strips where you try to match the color to your face so that over time you can see whether it lightens or not. So matching it can be hard to do. I found that my discoloration spots are right around the 10 and 11 phase, level. Here it starts at 1 and it works all the way up to 9 on this side. These are the lighter shades. These are obviously the darker shades. So I found that my discolorations I would rank probably in the 10 and 11 category as far as color. And you guys have to remember that I do have Native American ancestry, in my genes, and so even though I'm very pale complected, as you see me, I tan very darkly, and your skin discoloration is going to reflect your darkest skin colors. I mean, it's essentially areas where your skin has tanned, right? And has not been able to recover from the tan. Okay, so now again, it's not necessarily tan from the sun. It could be from hormones and that type of thing. But, this shade here is the color that when I'm laying out in the sun, which you should not do, but the times that I have gotten suntans, this is the color you end up all over the place. But then when you're pale, it stands out as very dark areas. So anyhow, you know what I'm getting at there. So your skin discoloration is generally somewhere around the darkest shades that you tan, and then you do need to be aware if if I had something that was up in this range, I need to have that checked by a doctor, right? You should always have any kind of skin issues checked by a doctor anyway, but it should make sense. It should be probably around the color that you tan naturally if you're out in the sun for much time. So the idea is that as I use these products over time, it should lighten, and I should notice that I'm having to go, work my way down to lighter shades in order to find the right match. Okay, so far I have not seen that, but again, it is way too early to judge on that. I just have not had the products long enough to know how that's going to work out for me. And like I said, you do need to, even, with the cleanser, you can see I barely made a dent in it. I barely made a dent in all of these because I just have not had them, for that long. So, but this is a system that you need to use morning and night, and you need to use regularly and religiously for it to work the way it's designed to work. If you think you're going to use these kind of products once or twice a week, and have them work the way they're, you know, the way they're advertised, your expectations are off. So over time, I guess we will see if this does anything for my sun damage that I have, my sunspots. And in the meantime, you know, like I said, I'm enjoying using them. I do get instant gratification from the scent. Eventually I will add in these other steps. These are just sample sizes, so I'll add those in. And very briefly, I just want to give you pricing on the individual products, just so you have an idea of what you might be looking at if you decide to purchase the items, whether you're purchasing them you know, separately or together. Now, Murad does have an eye cream. So if you're interested in their eye cream along with this regimen or just on its own, they have an eye cream called the Murad Instant Radiance Eye Cream, which is priced at $72, and it's 0.5 fluid ounces, so it's half an ounce, half a fluid ounce. The Murad Intensive C Radiance Peel, that's one of these little sample products that I have. If you were interested in a full size of that, that would be $55, and it's 1.7 fluid ounces. That's a product that's got glycolic acid in it and myrtle extract, and you are supposed to use this 1 to 2 times a week and then follow with your moisturizer. This is one of the things that you put on and you leave on for 10 minutes or so, and then you rinse it off, and you might feel a tingling sensation and that type of thing. So the glycolic acid exfoliates to accelerate turnover of dark damaged cells, removing dullness and improving skin texture. And then the myrtle extract supports cellular renewal to boost youthful resilience and elasticity. So it says 91% of, you know, the people that were tested saw more radiant skin after one use, and 94% experienced improvement in texture and smoothness. Now there's always, you know, fine print to that, but that's the basic information. Okay, so the Murad Advanced Active Radiance Serum, which is this one that I have here, if you want a full size of that, it's $90, and that would be for 1 fluid ounce. It has the Resilient C Complex, a proprietary vitamin C blend, brightens the skin and neutralizes the harmful effects of free radicals, and it has hexapeptide 2 and Indian fig, which boost skin clarity, encourage skin renewal, and help inhibit new pigment formation. So this is a product that you're supposed to use, you're supposed to put it on, wait a minute for maximum absorption, and then follow with the step 3 moisturizer. And this is one of those products, I believe that they said to use, where did I see that at? I believe that I saw somewhere that you're supposed to use this in the morning in exchange, you know, for this. So if you're using the normal regimen, you would use this twice a day, but if you want to add this in, you would use this one in the morning and this one at night, I believe is what I saw somewhere. And it says 60% of people using this saw brighter skin in less than 1 week. Then the Rapid Age Spot and Pigment Lightening Serum, which is this. This is $60 for 1 fluid ounce, and I think that this is, yeah, so it would be for this bottle that you see right here. It says 85% saw spots lighten in just 1 week. Restore clarity and even skin tone by reducing the appearance of sunspots and age spots. It says hydroquinone, which fades dark spots, age spots, and freckles, evening the skin tone. And it has hexapeptide 2, which is an advanced skin lightening peptide that complements the results of hydroquinone. So it's meant to work in conjunction with hydroquinone. Then the Murad Essential C Day Moisture is this product here, and it is $60 for the 1.7 fluid ounce bottle, which is what I have here. And it says, this revitalizing day moisturizer with antioxidant-rich sunscreen shields and restores environmentally stressed skin. I'm sorry, I cannot speak today. My tongue is not awake yet. Next generation vitamin C and patented skin repair system helps improve skin clarity, firmness, and elasticity. And then it says ectoin which is spelled E-C-T-O-I-N. That's not a word I'm very familiar with. And phospholipids, increase and preserve hydration for healthier looking skin. Okay, so that's this one. Then they do have a night cream. So that's called the Essential C Night Moisture. And that one has shea butter and vitamins A, C, and E. So you can see quickly if you start adding in products. So if you want to use the day cream and the night cream, you know, you can see this can be an expensive regimen over time. So I believe they have, you know, full sets where you get the a Murad Essential C toner, a full size, and then a Murad Essential C cleanser, which is this one, and then this, and then the day cream and the night cream, and then an Essential C eye cream with a pump. The other one I mentioned before was a pot. This one shows a pump, and it looks like you can get that whole regimen for $344, which is supposed to be a 90-day supply. And so the Essential C toner is something that I don't have either. It says it restores balance and rejuvenates environmentally stressed skin. It has coneflower and licorice root extracts which tone and brighten skin, and natural moisture factors condition and help skin retain moisture. Okay, so they didn't give me any detail really about the cleanser. So I don't have any really good details on the cleanser itself. Yeah, the only thing I can see on the cleanser is just that it's an antioxidant-rich formula, cleanses and rehydrates environmentally damaged skin. So I'm not sure how much the price of the cleanser is separately, or if you can even buy it separately. But anyhow, I did enjoy it. So, and that's also a product too. You know, like I said, if you're not interested in skin discoloration treatments in particular, you might still enjoy the cleanser anyhow. So, just a little side note. Now, like I said, I'm going to have, you know, detailed information that has been provided to me down in the information bar. And if you have made it this far, then congratulations, because I am going to tell you too that they did give me a link to a giveaway that they're doing. I don't have any details on the giveaway. They just gave me the link and said it was optional if I wanted to include it. And so I am going to include it for you guys, but I cannot tell you anything about it. I don't know what they're giving away. I don't know what the details are. I don't know what the time frame is. I don't know anything about it. But I'm going to put it down in the information bar anyway, so that if you are interested in participating in it, have at it. You know, you can go and look into the information yourself and see what it's all about. And I do want to give you just a little bit of background information on Murad, the company themselves. Murad was founded by board-certified dermatologist, trained pharmacist, and pioneer of the inclusive health movement, Dr. Howard Murad, and is dedicated to making beautiful, healthy skin attainable for everyone, is what the information that they sent me to share says. So if you have any additional questions for me, then please feel free to ask those in the comments, because I will gladly try to answer those if I can. And, you know, just keep in mind that there's other ways that you can prevent skin discoloration. So be smart to the younger girls, because once you have it, it's really, you know, good luck getting rid of it. So, you know, of course you can use sunscreen and stay out of the sun. Of course, there are foods that you can eat that are supposedly high in antioxidants and can help sort of fight off sun damage. And there's just different things like that that you can look into. You should research any, you know, hormones that you're taking or not taking, or are replacing or should be replacing. You know, there are things that you can do to kind of be proactive about that when it comes to hormones. So if you are taking any type of hormone supplements, then be sure you're researching those products to see what kind of side effects, you know, you could potentially be dealing with. And, you know, you might want to check into hyperpigmentation specifically with those products. And, you know, you might also want to talk to your doctor if you feel that you are lacking in hormones in any way. And if skin discoloration is an issue, you might discuss that specifically with your doctor as well. So I am not a doctor, and so I would never suggest to you either way what you should do or shouldn't do. But, you know, we are the champions of our own health, right? So if you have concerns, or if you are just a proactive kind of person, then, you know, by all means, maybe you should have a conversation with your doctor about it, or your dermatologist, and just see what they have to say. And of course, you can always run these products past them as well and see what their advice to you is as far as the products go and what their suggestions are. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Beauty Staff who did send me these products. I do appreciate the opportunity to try and review products and share information with you guys, so I do want to make sure to thank them as well, and I have information for them down in the bar below also, so check that out if you're interested. And I think that's it for today. So I hope you are having a great day, and thank you so much for joining me, and I hope this video was helpful in some way or many ways for you, and just have a really great week. Bye!